That's it. Share the window. Which one is it? Hang on. We want to share the whole screen, window, entire screen. Okay, we can share that. Hi, Kumudu. Good. Yes, I will. I will play that too. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Where is our slides? Are here. Do you want to make this file trusted? Yes. Make it trusted. Hide. We will start in a minute time. We'll wait for 1 minute more until everyone joins in. You can also hear me and see me in the virtual one, right? Perfect. Okay. I think we are set. Let me quickly check everything is working. Yep. All right. It's time. Put my phone. Okay. And you guys can see that. I can give this microphone to you, Richard. All right. I think we can start now. Thank you, everyone. So this front page is for students who are um, joining us today online. So please make sure your microphone as well as your video are muted because if it is not, it will be recorded. So this session will be recorded for the purpose of students who couldn't be here today so that they can have opportunity to go through the video and get familiar with the materials and so on. All right, welcome everyone to University of Canberra. This is semester 2 orientation week in 2023. And this is for ITS sessions. So I'm hoping that you guys are in the right place. So my name is Hamed, and that's my family name, Sarbaz Hosseini. There are two Hameds in this university. One is me, starting with S, my family name, and there's another Hamed starting with G. So if you see the one with G, it's a different faculty. So the one that starts with S is me. So I'm program director of the PG courses in University of Canberra in our faculty. And thank you to Richard, Dr. Richard, today for moderating the session. She's online with those students who couldn't be here today. And if they have any questions, basically she will share it with us and then we can get all answered, hopefully. All right, before we get started, just like to acknowledge the country. The University of Canberra acknowledges non-Ngunnawal people, traditional custodians of the lands where Bruce campus is situated. We wish to acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and contribution they make to the life of Canberra and the region. We also acknowledge all other First Nations peoples on whose land we gather today. All right. Next, I'm going to play the welcome message from the Executive Dean, Professor Janine Deacon. So let me see if I have, how I can make this slightly bigger. You guys should be able to see it there. Yeah, that's fine. I will give a little bit more volume so you can hear it better. And here we go.
I'm Professor Janine Deacon, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Ngunnawal people as the traditional custodians of the land on which the Bruce campus is situated. I acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contribution they make to Canberra and the region. I'd like to acknowledge other First Nations peoples on whose lands we gather. I'd like to welcome all our new students to the faculty, and all our continuing students are welcome you back to the campus. So we are a rather unique faculty in Australia because we've brought the schools of science and information technologies and systems together into a single faculty to work on solving real-world problems. We are committed to experimental learning to ensure job-ready, world-ready and future-ready graduates. We may gain the skills to set you apart through a professional practice placement, a research project, or even workshopping with your peers to solve real-world problems. Our science graduates rank in the top 4 nationally for employment. Our computing and information systems graduates rank in the top 5 nationally for full-time employment. Our staff are committed to sharing their knowledge, experience and professional connections. In some cases, our staff bring in those working in industry or government to give the real-world perspective to the material they teach. Now, while you're studying with us, we hope that you will experience some of our world-class teaching and research laboratories as you gain hands-on experience. We're an inclusive faculty and we embrace diversity, and as such, we actually have a new UC Society for Women in STEM. So please make sure that you get along and make the most of that if you're a woman in STEM. Finally, we have some faculty values, 4 core values, that we expect our staff and students to adhere to. And they are our people, so whether you're a student or a staff member, we really value your contribution to the faculty. We respect each other, we act in integrity, and we collaborate. So if you're doing a group project, make sure you're collaborating in a collegial way. So I'd just like to finally just welcome you to the faculty and hope that you have a great year. And remember that we are here to support you.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. That was the welcome message from your Executive Dean of the faculty. So who should be here today? So if you're studying any of the listed courses in here, so I start from the very end. Master of Data Science, Master of ITS, Information Technology and Systems, Master of Information Technology, Master of Business Informatics, or Graduate Certificate or Diploma in Business Informatics or in IT or Information Technology, you are in the right place. So I'm the program director for all these courses as it is listed in here. So let me also get my other microphone sorted so that I can, when I start walking around, you guys can hear me better. So can I ask anyone here starting to study Master of Data Science? Please hands up if you're starting Master of Data Science. Yeah, good. Master of ITS, Information Technology and Systems. Great, yes. And Master of IT. Anyone doing Master of IT? So our Master of IT is more advanced course. It is 1.5 years course. Master of Business Informatics. Yeah, welcome everyone. And anyone doing any graduate certificate or diploma in IT or business informatics? They're not here at the moment. Yeah, it's okay. So welcome you all. So our Master of IT is Master of Data Science. These two are accredited by, Master of ITS and Master of Business Informatics. They're accredited by ACS. They're 2 years program. Master of IT is 1.5 years program, and Master of Data Science is also a 2 years program. Of course, diplomas and certificates, they are in 1 semester or 2 semesters program, depending on someone is doing full-time or part-time or how many credit points they need to study. So welcome you all. Here we go. Let's get started with some information that you need to know before starting the semester. So before we get to that information, anyone here for the first time in Canberra, or they just landed in Canberra like a few days ago? Okay, all right. I hope you guys all coping well with the cold and enjoying Canberra peaceful weather. Hopefully, it is actually beautiful during the day. It is sunny, very nice, but it can get sometimes very chilly in the evenings. So yeah, look after yourself, keep yourself warm, make sure that you enjoy the Canberra life. So the semester 2, as you all know, starts on Monday, 31st of July, which is basically next Monday. Yeah, all starts on Monday. So that would be most of ITS lectures that starting in the first week. Most of the time our tutorials, they start from the second week or computer labs, but keep your eyes on the timetable, check it with the Canvas sites and the unit offerings and timetable, make sure that you're aware of all these lecture times, timetable, as well as your tutorials. Friday, 4th of August, which is basically next Friday, end of next week, is the last day to self-add or self-enroll yourself to semester 2 units through MyUC. So, and that doesn't need your lecturer's approval. But after that, then you will need a lecturer approval, or if it is later even, you will need program director's approval. So it is very important that you plan ahead which units you'll be studying, following your study plans. If you have any sort of individualized plan, make sure you check to see which units you'll be studying and enroll them as soon as you can, because that gives you a better planning ahead. You're aware of the assessments which are coming up, as well as what you can enroll in this semester. So keep eyes on those dates. So 31st starting lectures, and all the activities will be starting from next week onwards. 4th of August, end of next week, is the last day that you can enroll on units without lecturer's approval. You can self-enroll. And 25th of August, 2 weeks after, is a census date. What that means is that it's the last day to withdraw from a unit without incurring any academic or financial penalty. So if you go over that time to drop a unit that you thought, it is not the right unit, or you want to change it to something else, so you can only do it before 25th of August. After 25th of August, there might be some penalty in terms of financial or academic penalty. So make sure that you plan ahead and enroll in those units in advance. So I'm making this sort of speak today, this session, interactive. If you have any question anytime, just let me know. Don't just wait for the end of the session comes. So if you have any question anytime, just raise your hand, let me know, and I'm happy to answer it. This is same for students who are joining us today online. All right, some contacts within the faculty, people that probably you need to know the details. So Executive Dean of SciTech, so you're from Faculty of Science and Technology, Professor Janine Deacon, you saw the first welcome message at the beginning. Associate Dean of Education, Dr. Luke Noyon Hon, Associate Dean of Research Innovation, ADR, that's what it stands for, Professor Diane Gleason, and Head of School, Professor Kumudu is our Head of School in School of Information Technology and Systems. As Program Directors team, we have 3 Program Directors. Dr. eBay, he is in next door. It's happening right now, the other session. eBay is our Undergraduate Program Director. You can see the courses that are under eBay. And then myself and those course codes, as you can see, for postgraduate courses that we offer in our school and the faculty. And Mariam, who looks after our engineering and so on. So in terms of the program director, if you're sitting here today, it means you'll be dealing with me if it comes to program director sort of response or any sort of decision that has to be made. But your first contact, where you need to contact and so on, I'll be presenting them soon in the coming slides, okay? So you don't need to contact any of these people in the first instance. So we have a contact, first point of contact that you can contact them first, and they can direct you to any of these basically academics for any questions, inquiries that comes in. All right, so I'm hoping that all of you have been in campus at least once, or at least since this morning, or you have received your student card. If not, this is where you have to go. So Student Central, located in Building 1, this is Building 2. So the one on the, if you go out from here on your left side, you'll see Building 1. So it is located in Building 1. It's the first stop for any inquiries that you have in terms of administrative inquiries. This is related to Student Central. Anything related to Student Central goes to obviously administration team in Student Central. The reason I focused on that is administrative. I have a point on that because if you have anything related to study plans, anything to do with the units and so on, that has to come to the faculty, basically administrative team, not the Student Central faculty team, Student Central team. I will come to that again with some details later. All right, so Student Central the staff, they provide assistance or refer you to faculty staff, student welfare, inclusion and engagement. And also they assist you with getting your password or setting up your student email account, self-enrollment, any HEX help or fees, and getting to your MyUC portal, your email, and also getting to your timetable, tutorials, computer labs, ID card, that's what you need to access some of the computer labs, and also anything with student services and amenities fee. The email address is there, obviously, student.center@canberra.edu.au, and contact number there as well. So that is your first stop with sort of any administrative sort of inquiry that you might have. All right, moving on. Next is course advice. So if you're studying any of those master's program or graduate certificate or graduate diploma, but you have some questions regarding your course, regarding units that you're studying, and so on. So that's where you ask or seek your basically advice. You can get to course advice. Different faculties have different times. We have drop-in sessions that the faculty member or one of the basically education team members will be attending those drop-in sessions that you can attend. You can ask your questions and they can assist you with any inquiries. You can find those details, I believe, from your student portal. So it is very important that you get access to your student portal. If you don't have it, do it today, right after today's breakfast or the session that we're gonna have. Just head towards the Student Central, get your ID card sorted, your email address sorted, and basically receive that access to portal, because most of these things that you can see here, you can do through that student portal system. So study plan advice, applications for credits if you have studied similar unit in different university, or if you are aiming to get a credit for previously studied same master's program, maybe that applies with the same learning outcome, that's where you'll be basically receiving some help. Variations to enrollment, if any changes needs to be done on your course or units that you studying or planning to study. And then issues with your course progress. So anything related to that also goes to our SciTech student inquiries basically team. Applications for cross-institutional study, or someone wants to exchange for any of the units. All of this, as you can see the link in here, canberra.edu.au, content, MyUC. MyUC is where is actually giving you access to your portal, right? It is your UC. Home courses and course advice, you can find the days and times that you can basically receive consultation from those teams. Also, you can find this in the canberra.edu.au. I think I'll put this one in. After this one, I'm going to introduce you to the head of the school, who's also waiting to welcome you all. Let me see if I can actually get into this one to show you where you can get in. It gives me error because I'm not a student. But if you log in with your student credentials, it lets you in and see basically this page here. Any questions related to your course has to go to this email addresses listed above. So it is SciTech student inquiries at canberra.edu.au, right? And do not wait to contact them if you have any questions end of the semester. Contact them straight away, right? Before the semester starts or before you have enrolled in any of your units. If you have any individualized study plan, that's where you have to go. Maybe ask their advice, ask help, so that they can clarify to you. If anything needs from my perspective, from the program director perspective, then they will forward your email to us, and then we will help you as well. So For orientation week, this week on Thursday from 10 to 12, you can basically just drop in, ask your questions. Week 1 and 2, next week and the following week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 10 to 12. And week 3 onwards, Wednesdays and Thursday, 10 to 12. These are the drop-in sessions without any booking. You can go, but it is always good to send them an email beforehand if you have something urgent to discuss. Okay, so I will stop it there for now. I would like to introduce you to our head of school, Professor Komodo, to welcome you all to the school.
Thank you, Hamid. Thanks, Hamid, and thanks, Richa. A very warm welcome to all of you. This is the postgraduate group. Yeah, it's very nice to see students on board on campus. For about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, we were doing online teaching, and now this year, 2023, is the first year we are actually doing on campus, fully on campus teaching. So it's very nice. Is this for how many of you is this the first time on UC? Very good. Okay. So a warm welcome, even if this is the first time or you're coming after your undergraduate, doesn't matter. It's a fresh start. It's a new beginning. If you're not from Canberra, the weather is going to get better. So yes, it will get better. It won't get any worse than this. It can't get any worse than this, hopefully. So it's good. Spring is coming. So yeah, you won't need those big Kathmandu puffer jackets. That's a signature. That's a signature Canberra dress. So you won't be needing those very soon. So anyway, exciting time. So if you have any questions, by the way, my colleague Hamid will be able to help you. He's our program director. I'm the head of school. You can always come and talk to me. You will see me down the corridors. Feel free to grab me and have a word. We will have a morning tea, so we can have a little bit of interaction. So if you see me around there, have a chat with me as well. So just to let you know, Hamid will be briefing about all the academic content, about the course that you're doing and what you need to do, what you should not do, and things like that. If you need help, where you need to go and find help. That's very important. But I'm also here to remind you that we have student clubs, societies. We have a lot of on-campus activities. There used to be a time when University of Canberra had the most number of on-campus gigs in Australia. So we have a lot of activities happening that will basically help you to blend into this culture and to the university culture and be a part of the university. There is a lot of learning that happens outside the classroom, same as in school. So there is a lot happening outside the classroom. So you need to be, the more you get involved in that, the more your university life and the study will be easy. And also we do have other short courses, and like, for example, we have the Cisco Networking Academy, we have AWS, we have Microsoft, we have those courses, short courses blended into our courses, some of the units. So have a word with those unit conveners and say that I'm interested in getting some short courses, some additional qualifications apart from my first degree, the undergraduate, postgraduate degree. So your lecturers, your unit conveners will also help you in that. So here is some information about the Network Academy. So if anyone's interested, you can grab one after this session. Cisco Network Academy is offering 9 free courses. If anyone's interested, you can enroll them, and yeah, why not? Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thank you very much, Komodo. All right. All right. So yes, we do have a partnership with some of these amazing courses as well, which provides opportunities for students to get more certificates and knowledge in the units that you're studying. But at the same time, if you're thinking of the future work and so on, it helps with your development. All right. Any questions so far? Anyone has any questions? Can we move on? Yes. Are we all good? Yes. Richa, are there any questions coming from online students? No? Okay. Perfect. Let's move on. All right. Communications with the university. So how would you communicate with university? You will need your student number and password, of course, because that gives you access to campus computers. To remote log in. You can remotely log in if even you're not in the campus. your UC student portal and the Canvas site. Probably the last two are the most important ones that you need to have access to, both of them, Canvas site and student portal. Why I said the most important? Because most of the things related to studies and university activities all are posted in the student portal. Canvas site is all your units that you enroll in. Anything regarding your units, they're all in the Canvas site. And if you click on it here, this is taking me through this the Internet Explorer, but I want to get the oh, it's basically just showing the Canvas in canberra.edu.au. I will show you how it looks actually. When you get to your Canvas site, this is my view as staff, but you will also receive a very similar view. You usually see some sort of announcements on top. Please read them, so get familiar with what is coming up. And then the units that you enrolled in, you can see these boxes here. The one that you enrolled in, if you click on any of these, it will take you through some welcome messages from your unit conveners. You can access to timetable of that unit that you enrolled in, unit outlines, some other materials, everything here, assessments, grades, people that you can see, and so on. So everything that you need, it is in your Canvas site. So make sure you get familiar with that prior semester starts. Okay, all right, so to obtain your passport, you can contact the service desk as canberra.edu.au. That's the email address. Very important to monitor your UC email address, and for any communication you have with UC, with unit conveners, with program directors, with anyone in the University of Canberra, you use your university email address. So if you use your Gmail account, your personalized account, different accounts, it might be blocked from the university perspective. So you should be only using your university email because then you're identical to them as well. They know that you are a student. They can see your student ID, but make sure you clarify in the email what subject or what course you're doing, provide your student ID and so on in the email that you send, so the unit convener knows what your inquiry is about. All right, but that's a policy. So you make sure that any communication you have with the either with the SciTech education basically matters in terms of the SciTech, the email address that I showed you, student inquiries, it all goes through your student email address. All right, so in terms of the units that you're studying and the work load that are expected from you all, I should get this one with me. Most of the units that you study in ITS, they have 3 credit points. 3 credit points equal to 150 hours of commitment per semester. So we do have some units, for example, if you enroll in Capstone project, Capstone can have up to 6 credit points. So that then expectation is double that hours, so 300 hours of commitment, right? So that 150 hours per semester is usually 3 to 4 hours of contact hours. When we say contact hours, means it includes the computer labs, tutorials, lectures, 4 to 8 hours of some independent study each student should do in their own timing, 8 to 12 hours total per week over 13 weeks of semester. For full-time enrollments in any course, you're expected to do 4 units or 12 credit points per semester. If you're doing part-time, it is basically less than 3 units that you'll be studying in each semester, which is equal to 9 credit points. All right, some study skills. Of course, there are many, Kumudu mentioned, there are some associations and so on, societies, student societies that you can basically join their groups. You might be seeing them since yesterday all around campus as well. Welcome to join those groups and get some help. But from other than that, you can also get some study skill help. These particularly designed for your studies, academic studies that you have. So we have time management study help, how to manage your time, using online learning sites, how to use your Canvas site and so on, assessment writing, how to write a proper assessment, doing some research, how to take notes of doing research, how to reference these basically research that you've done or the papers that you're using or ideas that you're using, especially very important with the current AI development, ChatGPT and all of that. It is very important that you know you write as a student what you can or you cannot do it, or what is basically categorized as plagiarism at the university from that perspective. So very important that you check all of this, get familiar with all of that. Usually your unit outline explains all of this information, or you can get into other pages from the unit outline to get most of this information. But if you're not sure, these are the places that you can go to get more help to better understand what is your right or what you can actually use from those resources. So referencing academic integrity, English language skills, and so on, all of that available in canberra.edu/study help, or you can contact them through email as well, studyskills@canberra.edu.au. Also, on the right side of this slide, as you see in the middle, study skills services, ask advisor, general study library help, study skills drop-ins, so specialist study, referencing language, polls, also available peer-assisted learning sessions, MASH specialists in math, statistics, and IT, they can help you as well. And then we have Studiosity 24/7, writing feedback, connect live, available with left menu of your unit teaching sites. It is in that Canvas site. And then self-paced AIM academic integrity module. It is expected that the students who are enrolled in, if you're doing, I think, basically all of the courses that we have, you should do academic integrity module at least once in the course. So keep your eyes on that. When you're enrolling in those units, they have a specific area that explains what needs to be done in terms of AIM. Study skills for success, workshops in terms of English for uni, study skills for success, and so on. These are all available for you for free. So it is all free. It is on top of what tuition fee that you pay. All these helps and study skills are available for you. So use all these opportunities to upskill what you need for success in throughout the semester. Also, in terms of the health and well-being services, so we do have medical and consulting here at UC. On the campus located in building 1 as well, provides comprehensive range of general practitioner, nursing, consulting services, and also Medicare covers all UC Medical Center doctors, general consultation for domestic students. But if you're international student, you probably have insurance with OSHC, and that covers for international students. The center offers free and confidential consulting to all UC students. Also, any advice, so if before you start semester, if you really feel like you need any sort of help or consulting, you need consultation with someone expert, that's where you go, and they advise you accordingly. Student well-being, located in Student Central, provides individualized support, information to help you navigate your journey. We provide confidential advice, referral, support with any challenge, concerns that you may face, including grievances, misconduct, financial difficulties, personal concerns, and any other challenges that you may have. So wellbeing@canberra.edu.au is also their email address. Also, it is good to have a look at this consent matters in order to know that we all have the right to have a respectful, supportive environment where we can study, work, live safely, and also to have respectful relationship all together. So you can find that again in the university website /safe-community. All right, a little bit more on specialized services. I'm checking time. We have 10 more minutes, so we are good with time. These are also particularly useful for students who are coming here for the first time. Carriers, you see, it is located in building 1, just above the factory. If you guys know where the refectory is, you know, there's a coffee shop there. There is sort of little restaurant. You can buy your food, and, you know, a big space that you can all sit together, have a chat, socialize in your break, and so on. So it's located just above that. It's a good place to to keep in touch with them, because it provides you with opportunities. Once you complete your course, what opportunities are there. But also, if you have graduated and you're looking for a job or your next career and so on, they can assist you with all this advice. Also, they will help you with placement requirements, internships, or of course, employment or career guidelines. Non-Oval Center, located in ground floor of UC Lodge, assistant for Aboriginal Torres Islanders students to contribute to their academic success and career pathways. Inclusion UC, located in Student Central, team provides support for students with disabilities or ongoing health conditions or mental health conditions. Student Advocacy, located in Student Central as well, provide confidential advice, support, and representation to assist students progress successfully during their time. International Student Support Services, that's ISSS, is a dedicated service for international student matters, advice on COEs, so anything related to your visas, confirmation on your enrollment, and so on. That's where you'll be contacting them. Student visa conditions, programs to improve study experience, health, well-being, that's where you go. OSHC, alias, that's for international students in insurance cover. I believe everyone international student, they already have the insurance anyhow. So if you don't have it or you want to get more information, please contact Student Central, get help from them to direct you from where you can get the insurance sorted. Last one is one of my favorite ones for students. I haven't been there. I'm not allowed to go there anyway. So it is UCX Food Pantry. So located in the UCX Student Lounge, Building 1, Level A. The pantry provides student access to free food items each week. It mostly stocks non-perishable essential food items, also receives fruit, vegetables, and so on. So here we go. You can go there and get some sort of free food as needed. All right. Also, just one more detail. As you see, some of these buildings and numbers and all that we give, what we have in this slide, it says building 1, level A, room, for example, 20 something, right? But usually when it comes to a Canvas site and further communication that you might have, you will probably see it as 1B12. So 1 represents a building number, A or B represents the level it's located, and room number comes the last, is whatever 20 something, that's a room number. Right, so keep that in mind. The very first number presents the building number, the second one is the level, and the third one is the room number. Okay, let's move on. Okay, well, one of the very useful programs that our students receive help from this a lot, and this is where actually you get help from sort of peer students, your own sort of students that have been same sort of situation as you, perhaps. So you see student mentor program. So that quotation is from a student that used this program. As a new student on campus, this program helped me feel like I had someone that could help me out when I needed it. I felt really supported, had a really great time meeting up with my mentor. The UC mentor program is student supporting programs, students supporting students. So students supporting students. So whoever would be your mentor is a student, but probably they are either graduated or about to graduate, someone who has a bit of more knowledge and experience studying the pathway that you have taken. So it's available to support, connect you with service, activities, events, answer questions about university life. Mentors provide new students with individualized support so that you can navigate your journey at UC in the best way possible from very beginning. So usually UC students, mentors are role models, university guides, peer supports. Of course, they provide services in terms of supporting ongoing connection, community builders, and so on. You can also sign up for a student mentor from your UC portal, or you can send them an email, ucthrive@canberra.edu.au. As part of UC mentor program, we also have staff one. So I personally, for example, I've enrolled in one of them to get sort of guidance from someone who is more senior to me. So it is always good to use these services, get someone to mentor you or to get their feedback on your progress or how you're basically going ahead with your studies and so on. All right, lastly, we're going to come to this point. This is one of the important ones, and basically I would say one main one that you need to know before we get started with the semester 2. So I would like to encourage you all to make sure, number one, you all have access to the Canvas site. That's the first thing, because if you don't, you cannot get to this website. So if you have it, then you can basically get to this. I'm copying this because it is opening by default the Explorer, which is not opening it. When you get to your UC dashboard campus site, you will see this one. Let me show you the picture of it actually. You will have access on top of all the units that you have enrolled in. You will see something like this robot, right? Similar to this one in here, right? That robot sitting there. That's the robot that is being developed in our faculty, by the way, in our school. Anyway, once you click in there, it takes you through the details of that site, right? All of you automatically will receive that access because you're all enrolled in School of ITS in Faculty of Science and Technology. But if you don't have it, make sure you contact the SciTech student inquiries. Make sure you have access to this basically Canvas site. So here you can see all announcements. Announcements regarding changes to the study plans, what unit is in offer in what semester, what internships are available, and so on. You can see there's so many announcements, of course, for students. These are all for you. I haven't opened them because they're not related to staff. It is more related to the students. Then there is a welcome message, how to succeed in your degree from your executive dean. Then you can see here when and how to get advice, meet your program directors. You will have me, of course, seeing there some frequently asked questions, study plans. So you will all have access to a very common study plan pattern that is suggested, recommended from the university and the faculty perspective. Of course, you have your own right to follow your own study plan, but if you don't do so, then you are responsible for your own study completion and so on. It is very important that the students are advised correctly from the beginning. If you are planning to get specialization in a specific course, you plan that ahead. Do not wait that after second semester to think about it, because some units might be available in one semester or not available in another semester. So you need to plan that ahead. Otherwise, that might just cause, delay in your graduation or completion, or you might not meet the course requirements. So very important, you plan your specialization in advance. If you require a specialized study plan, then consult with the SciTech student SciTech student inquiries at camera.edu. Let me just check that email address so that I didn't give you the wrong email. I use this a lot, but I shouldn't be forgetting this. SciTech-student inquiries at camera.edu.au. Right? Do not forget this email address, because this is the first place that you need to contact in terms of study plans, your units that you're studying, courses, specialization, and so on. All right, let me come back to where I was. So here, study skills, updates on unit offerings. Check this one particularly because sometimes we might suspend a unit from offering in one semester, or we might add another unit in one semester, or the unit name or code might change. For example, for second semester this year, we have 2 new units with 2 different names, and that the learning outcomes have also slightly changed to make sure they are basically the right and up-to-date materials that we are offering to students. So keep in mind that you need to check all of this in every semester, maybe ahead of semester, that you are aware of the changes to the unit outlines and so on. Study plans. So if you're studying in Canberra, we expected that not most of them, all are current sort of degrees that we offer, they are on campus. So we expect that students have on-campus activities. So if you're in Canberra, you will have the postgraduate courses, study plans all the way here. Master of Data Science, Engineering even is there, ITS, IT. So say if I click on the Master of ITS, it brings you, what is this one? It brings you some options of getting specialization or no specialization, right? And you can find the particular study plans for students who are commencing in second semester, which is this semester, that you're starting this semester. You can basically click on any of these. If no optional specialization, you will basically get access to your sort of common study pattern and study that you can have to make sure that you can complete within 2 years of program. Like I said, if you need any individualized study plan, you will need to consult it. You need to make sure that is also basically aligns with what you have in your system recorded. So at the end of your graduation, we don't come back and say, you didn't study this as a required unit, and therefore you cannot complete your unit after 2 years, right? You need to study another one. So make sure you plan this ahead. Make sure you follow the study plans. If you think that your study plan should be individualized, then contact the SciTech student inquiries to help you with. All right. On top of that, what else? Okay. Yes, very important. So say, for example, and this is my last one. I will finish it there. So if you're studying any of these, and for example, you're doing, I'm just giving example. Say one of the units that you're studying, and you want to find the unit outline and so on. So I'm giving one examples of my own unit because this is beneficial for you guys to understand. So when you come to the canberra.edu.au, not my UC, just the Canberra website. So you guys as students, you can basically click on the student side, get to your portal. But if you scroll down, you will come here to find the course information. Say you're studying Master of ITS, Master of IT and Systems. So the code number is 9, to my head, 9, where is it? Here we go, 97388. So if I click on that, it will bring me the course of Master of Technology and Systems. So here, you can get all the information regarding either your domestic or international, regarding what you expected to study, what are the work integrated learning opportunities, career opportunities, as well as course requirements. So the course requirements in terms of what or how many credit points are required in this unit, and or awards specialization that are available for you. If you click in any of these, say for example, you click on professional practice in IT, this is the unit outline. You need to do this before the semester starts. Then you're one step ahead of everyone else in the class because you've already studied the unit outline. You know the description of the unit. You know what assessments are there. You're aware of the deadlines and so on. That's why we encourage everyone to study the unit outlines in advance. So when you come here, actually this is not the unit outline. You need to click on this one, semester 223. Not capturing my email. I will be quick here. All right, here we go. This is the unit outline. It comes with the unit convener's name, who is going to convene, and where the administrative contact details are, unit description, learning outcomes of the unit, graduate attributes, if there's any prereq or correc for this unit, accreditation mapping to ACS, timetable of activities in weekly basis, unit resources, what is required, assessments. This is probably one of the areas that you are interested to know what sort of assessments you have. So have a look. It gives you some due dates as well as explanation of the unit, as well as what's the percentage and weighting of each assessment. And of course, how you can become successful in this unit. So it provides you with assessment requirements, academic integrity requirements, and student responsibility, how many hours, how it is divided for students in terms of participation requirements and so on. So I'd like to encourage you all to visit the unit outlines of the units that you'll be studying this semester ahead of your first lecture. Get familiar with what you're studying, so that gives you a bit of better idea of what is coming for you. So I think I'm gonna come to very last slide that I have. Here we go. That's a digital handbook. That's basically where the course codes and the details you can find. That's what I was showing in the website. And that basically brings us to the end of today's session. So I know we're gonna move towards a bigger session. That's my favorite part, to go, socialize, and of course there will be morning tea. Is that correct? There will be morning tea for all of us. But before we go there, I'm happy to answer quickly 1 or 2 minutes any questions that you might have. Anyone has any questions? Looks like you guys are more motivated to go that way. Oh, okay. Yes, question. So you were able to enroll in the unit. Oops. Yes, but oh, labs are not there. Okay, good. So look, what you need to do, students have access to, from your portal, you will have access to something, what we call it as, this is my view, but you will have your own view. What we call it is allocate system, right? Allocate system allows students to see what tutorials and all are available for you. So this is, again, my view. For example, this is my unit, 7173. Semester 2 on campus. These are the available tutorials and computer labs. You will have a slightly different view to what I see, but you will see it in the timetable format, and make sure you choose and enroll yourself to a specific tutorial or computer lab that you can attend in advance, so your place is secured. Because if you leave it for later on, then that place can be booked in, or that room can be full, so you might need to find another tutorial time that might clashes with something else. So make sure you check that with the unit convener. If you have difficulty, or if you cannot see the timetable, contact Student Central. Make sure they have given you all the access as a student enrolled in, so that you can see your timetable and allocate yourself to specific computer labs or tutorials. And make sure you do that in advance. So before first semester, before next week, make sure you enroll yourself into the tutorials and computer labs, because then you know which tutorial is the best time for you to attend. Would that help? Okay, no worries. Any other questions? I think someone just posted something. Did they, oh, it was you. Okay, no worries. If there are no further questions, guys, I would like to invite you all, please, to join us in the next session. Let's get to the morning tea. There will be Caitlin and Tarwa. They're there. Follow them. They will help you to find the location. I know you might still have a question. It's okay. You can come and ask me while we're having the morning tea, or whenever you see me around campus, come ask your questions. Also, don't forget these posters are here. Come and collect one to get some more knowledge on what we offer in the campus. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you all enjoy your journey. All the best. Thank you. Hi. Yes. Okay. So, okay, yeah, good. So just for everyone's knowledge, I'm receiving few sort of inquiries here. If the computer lab, there is only one computer lab in one unit and that is full and there is no space for you, don't worry. The unit convener should accommodate you anyway. So contact the unit convener, let them know that you're unable to enroll in because the computer lab is full. So if it is possible, they might open another computer lab, but to give you all confidence that there will be a computer lab or tutorials for everyone, as long as, of course, hopefully that also fits your availability in terms of time and all. Yeah, no worries. Any other questions? Yes. Side tech dash inquiries. Yes. Yes. Right. No, no. If your course is accredited, Master of Business Informatics is under ACS, so specialization is also included as part of that. Um, so you will be still Master of Business Informatics, a specialization in social informatics, right? So still your ACS accredited. So you can get to the units accreditations mapping to get some ideas of the mapping of each unit with the ACS accreditation. But in terms of the full sort of picture of what you can apply, that I cannot advise because ACS rules and the visa conditions and all of that keeps changing. So you need to keep eyes on what comes in the immigration site and all of that, and maybe get some help and consultation from the team here as well to have a better picture on those accreditations requirements. Same place, yeah. So wait for them. At the moment, they're receiving so many inquiries, so you just need to give them some time to get back to you. Uh, it's about specialized accreditation. So visa wise, we cannot help because the visa is more particular for each person and keeps changing those requirements. So we cannot tell you do this one or do that one because things can change and the university cannot come. But you can get some ideas yourself by going to each unit what ACS accreditation mapping it has. I showed you one of the units, for example. So, for example, if you open any of these, I think I had one open. So, for example, if you remember here, it brings you to ACS accreditation mapping. Here we go. So you can read this to see what sort of professional skills it is mapping with, and so on, and then check it with the ACS and see if this is what you want or not.
Oh, so I go check with ACS directly.
This is in the unit websites, unit outlines,
Yeah, so if
and
you
then
want to know-
yes, yeah. No worries. Enjoy your day. I will probably leave this one.